So Luigi Mangione fanatics lining up outside the New York City courthouse while filling several seats inside the courtroom during yesterday's key hearing. Some even securing press passes through the mayor's office, one of them telling reporters that United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was, quote, responsible for more death than Osama bin Laden, and that his children are better off without him. Another one simply saying, F Brian Thompson. All this as the judge has ruled that a gun and a notebook that prosecutors say linked Luigi Mangione to the killing can be used as evidence in his murder trial. But some other key items cannot. Let's bring in Fox News contributor and criminal defense attorney Donna Rotunno. It's good to see you, my friend.
You too, Lawrence. Good morning. So, some of this stuff can be confusing to the audience because the federal judges have ruled that all of that evidence that they obtained in the backpack can be used in a federal trial. But some of the evidence in the state trial, the judge says, cannot be used, Donna. Yeah, I think the judge made a very interesting distinction here. I'm not so sure I agree with it. I understand the thought process he has, but what he's saying is when they initially searched the backpack, that was before Luigi Mangione was actually taken into custody, and they found the items that the judge is not allowing. He is then saying, though, that when he was arrested and taken to the station and they searched the backpack at the station, the items they found at the station will be allowed in as evidence, things like the gun and things like the notebook, which of course are the two most significant pieces of evidence. However, my feeling is that whether or not you found those items on scene or at the station, that was inevitable discovery. That was something that you were going to find regardless, and that backpack was going with his person when he got arrested. So I think it's a very interesting distinction. I don't know if I necessarily agree with it. I understand the ruling, but I think it's very odd given the state of the law.
Donna, me and you were in the same boat, and it looks like the judge kind of took both of us on in this. You know, we had made the argument that during these routine arrests that you would have to log this information anyway, but the judge says in his ruling it must not be a ruse for general rummaging in order to discover incriminating evidence. So he's saying, even though this is standard operating procedure, if the intent is to find evidence during this procedure, then you can't use that.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and I'm not so sure what type of precedent it sets. I think if I'm law enforcement right now, I'm going to be a little bit more careful and cautious because the last thing you want is key pieces of evidence being tossed out and then hurting the prosecution's case.
That's exactly right. Donna, I'm also surprised by the amount of people that were outside of the courtroom supporting him. And it goes to this debate many are having in the legal community. Is this going to be a OJ-type trial? Meaning you have the public that is concerned about an overarching issue, and then they just let the defendant out, even though he's totally guilty.
Well, that's what we're seeing. I mean, look at the supporters, and I've been saying this all along. The supporters are not out there saying we support him because we think he didn't do this or that he's not guilty. They're out there saying we know he did it and we support him anyway. And I mean, this is what lawlessness looks like. And if we allow this, where does it end? I mean, people think that this is where it stops because you have this idea. It isn't. Look what's happening in California. Look at the copycat people. This is a situation where people think that if you share a principle, then your actions are okay, whether they're right or wrong. And you know, Lawrence, I think this speaks a lot to the lack of faith in our society, because if you were a faith-filled person and you had a belief in something bigger than you, this behavior would not be acceptable. And I do think it's going to be a problem in picking a jury for the state.
I just hope and pray that we go back to the center, as you just said. You can't operate like this in a civil society. Correct. Donna, thank you so much for your analysis. And we'll be watching the Crime and Justice podcast at foxnewspodcast.com. Thanks, my friend.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.